All right, so let's talk about Apollo anew. You guys know that I am extremely bullish on Apollo, and I definitely believe in this project. This project is unequivocally working to helping people change their lives. It's going to have a community DAO component attached to it to help content creators, artists, creative type people help move their projects forwards, etc. And so on that note, 2 days ago, I did a live AMA with Matt, who is one of the founders, or is the founder of Apollo. And it was a really great AMA, unlike any you've probably seen. So just to give you some insight into Matt, he is a 25 plus year business owner, software developer, has worked with companies and of like NBC, WWE, Pfizer, NASCAR, you name it. Was one of the early developers of apps for iPhones, Android, etc. So just a extremely impressive gentleman, and the vision of what he's trying to do with Apollo is spectacular. And so I'm going to drop a link below to this AMA you see on the screen. I'm going to drop a link below in the description so you can go check it out if you would like. It will give you complete visibility into the vision of where and what Apollo is going to be and how they are going to execute on that, and how fundamentally it is extremely different than anything you have seen in a long time. Okay, so with that said, I wanted to real quickly point out a few things on Apollo. And again, I'll drop a link to the AMA below. I wanted to show a couple of things. They have an extremely active Twitter account, working towards it. And I'll remind you, they're only 9 days old. Apollo anew is 9 days old. Just FYI, okay? They're active in their Telegram group right there. I'm in their Telegram group. They're very active. In fact, yesterday I saw Matt himself, the founder. Again, this is Matt right here. Okay, I saw Matt himself in the Telegram group answering questions, being very, very involved. Really, really cool. And you can see that they're 9 days old. But I wanted to show you that they're being very transparent about what they're doing. This was something that was interesting and worth noting, that this comes from Gen X Analytics, showing in the past 7 days that Apollo anew has been one of the most has been one of the new projects that's shown the most interest among crypto traders. And you can see right here, these are the various projects. And right here, you can see where my mouse is. It shows Apollo anew right here. Okay. Again, real active, and I really like what I'm seeing. One thing I saw right here, 18 hours ago, another 1% of circulating supply burned in the last 24 hours. Let's come back strong. So again, there's some really good stuff going. There was also a situation I saw play out in their Telegram group where I thought it was really, really amazing that there was a pretty massive sell-off, which has happened, right, by the way. As far as I use Dex Tools. I'll drop a link to Dex Tools as well. I think there was like a 17 or 18 Ethereum sale that happened, and the community was watching it. And so what the community did in their Telegram group, I saw this live play out. Their community banded together and said, we are going to basically create a paywall. And so they all went live and went at the exact same time and went and bought. These were community members, went and bought more Apollo anew to help eat up that dip, right? That sell off. But so beyond that, really, really cool. Again, massive, coordinated community, very tight-knit community, very much believing in the project, something pretty rare that you see these days. And also it reminds me of Shiba Inu, Saitama, Shibnobi, the communities, okay? That's what I love, what I'm seeing developing here. Another thing, kind of going back to talking about eating up the dip, Apollo has done a very, very good job of when a sell does happen, of eating that up. So like, let's say a three Ethereum sell comes in, you almost immediately see it bought up, or kind of eaten up, if you will, and recover, whatever metaphor word you want to use, pretty quickly. Okay. Now, Apollo has come back from its highs in the 2-1 range things like right here, you can see right here the high, actually I apologize, 2727 range. It has definitely fallen back, and it has fallen back for a very simple reason. The overall market conditions right now, we all know, are not extremely good in the crypto market. Apollo's been impacted by that. We were all expecting some sell-off, but now it's kind of the project has good legs underneath it. It's got approximately 1,300 holders and growing. I like what I'm doing. It's reached a market cap over 20 plus million. Again, it's pulled back from that per what I was saying. Market conditions, I've done some videos on that today that have nothing to do with Apollo. But Apollo is, and which interesting thing about what Matt said on the AMA, this was Matt, by the way, just to remind you, Apollo and the executive team are not really focused on the price of the token. What I mean by, they're aware of it. They're, again, they're supporting it. They're doing their things, but they're really focused on one thing, and that's community. They're really focused on building the community, on providing value to their utility, their community, and fulfilling what they want to do, building this community DAO and building this really community, all right, for artists, creative people, to try to help those people, improve their lives, improve their projects, get eyeballs on their projects, etc. They're focused on helping, all right, and the executive and the dev team are focused on execution of that vision. And that's really what we got from Matt on the AMA the other night. Again, I'll drop a link down below to the AMA. I'll drop a link down below to Dex Tools. On Dex Tools, you can get their contract. In fact, I will drop their contact address, their contract address, down below. This is their website. We actually met Apollo. He's a real live, living, breathing dog the other night. It is Matt's dog. Apollo made an appearance on the AMA, for those of you guys who think that's cute. It was cute. He was a cool looking little dog. All right, with that said, this is a project that I'm in long term, guys, and I'll see you later. More updates and more info to follow. See ya.